Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
This is Dr Firdousi Islamic English channel. I am your lecturer, presenter and speaker, Dr Taj Firdousi. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace, blessings and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on you forever and ever. This being a very auspicious day of Eid al Adha, I'd like to present you the facts and some philosophy behind Eid al Adha. Instead of telling you the whole things, many people have already said and you have heard, but something what I feel that you need to know, you need to understand the philosophy behind. That's what I want to do it now. Well, Eid al Adha. Let us start with the takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, lillahil. All praises be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the greatest, the supreme power, the creator, the only one creator, the only one God. Now, what's Eid al Adha? It is to remember something, the event that had taken place some thousands of years ago. What's that? Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam saw the dream, and in the dream he saw that he was sacrificing his son. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to test Ibrahim alayhi salam whether he loves his son more than Allah. So he wanted to test, only test the small child. So he took the child and he went to sacrifice with a knife. Father going to sacrifice because he had seen the dream 3 times the same thing. And then he said to his son Ismail alayhi salam, my son, I saw the dream. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to sacrifice you. What do you say? The father is so much in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so is the son. Like father is the son. And Ismail alayhi salam said, oh Abba, go ahead, do it. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us that way, I am ready. And then he put him down, and then he took the knife, and he said, Allah, for your will, what you show, the dream, I am doing that. He sacrificed. Then Jibreel alayhi salam came and replaced Ismail alayhi salam with a sheep. Then, when he opened the eyes, the sheep was sacrificed. In the beginning, the knife didn't cut anything at all. It didn't cut because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. This is the way he wants to test the people. He didn't question, he didn't say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can I sacrifice my son? Man or a person to sacrifice, how can it be? Do you like that way of what? He didn't say. Allah said, do it. Did it. Allah said, that's the way you have to do it. Did it. So Ibrahim alayhi salam did that way, and he got back his son, and the sheep was sacrificed. And even today, we have seen millions of Muslims in the world, they sacrifice the sheep in commemoration of the act of Ibrahim alayhi salam. What do we understand from here? Once Allah says something, do. Do you have to think? Do you have to have a second thought? No. Islam doesn't say. Islam says only one thing. When you are asked to do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's book says, you do it. Do it. And waqimus salat, do it. Why 5 times? Why 4 times? Why all these questions are not required for you? Why that important for fasting and this and that and everything in Ramadan and all? No questions, because He knows everything, what's good for us. And He is not asking anything more, sacrifice. So, there are many ways Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to test His prophets, His people. When someone has some problems in his life, he can't complain, why Allah, why did you do this? Never ask a question. You are asking the question to Allah. Ibrahim alayhi salam never asked, why Allah, why did you ask me that I should sacrifice my son? I got him after so many years. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, oh, Ibrahim alayhi salam, take your wife Hajra and the child and live in that barren desert, burning desert and sands of Arabia, in Mecca. No people, no animals, no water. Leave them and come back. He went and left them. And what did Hajra say? Oh, Ibrahim, are you going to leave me alone here with the child and going? He said, yes. How can you do that? There is no one here. I am with a small baby and I have to live here without food, without water, without shelter and no one else. And whose protection are you going to live? He said, Allah. Then she answered, if it is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, go ahead, do it. That's the way. That's the way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that Ismail alayhi salam rub his ankles, his legs, his feet, then Zamzam water, spring comes out, and then the people gather around, and that Mecca will come into a big city of Islam, which is going to last forever and ever and ever. Hajj. Even now the people are doing that, sacrificing and going round and round. So it is understood, my dear brothers and sisters of Islam. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something, do. No second thought, no logic, no philosophy, nothing. That's all. You don't have anything to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why, what, when, why it's so, why not. This is only the set answer that comes out from the brains of the people. So, it is understood now that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we have to do it. No more time to think about it. That's the work of the great ulama, and they knew about it, and they know about it, and they speak. Now the science is coming back again to the science. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, the people are able to see that, yes, that's the right way, that's the correct way, that's the straight way. Between the 2 points, the nearest line is, the nearest one is a straight line. Sirat mustaqim, straight. Walk on the straight path in the world, and you will walk on the straight path in the next world. What is walking on the straight path? Allah is with you. Keep that in your mind. Allah is with you. Keep that in your mind. Allah is watching you. Keep that in your mind. Allah listens to you whenever you speak anything. Keep that in your mind. Allah is watching and He is recording everything from the day you were born. Keep that in your mind. Allah will always be with you, even now after death, and He will always be there with you. You will go back to Him. You have to go back to Him. You should go back. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, finally you have to come back to me, to me. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Moses, take that staff and put it on water in that sea, because he had to take his people and run away when Pharaoh was behind. He didn't question, why this wooden stick, what is it going to do? Why this wooden staff, if I hit, do you think it's going to solve the problem, Allah? He didn't ask questions, he didn't ask, and he didn't use his mind. No rationalities, no thinking, no intellectuality of any person. Allah said, beat water, beat that sea. The water separated, and that's the way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So only one thing what we have to do is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Get done. Do it. No more second thoughts. Why? Why? No questions of why. That's all. Because you submit yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Islam. What is Islam? Submission of yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all. And what's that? That's without any questions, without any arguments, without asking any reasons from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, Islam, brothers and sisters in Islam, Jazakallah khair, go ahead, and when you sacrifice, you remember that this is the act of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and how he did it, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to show that this is the love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the one. When Malaik said, why are you going to create some people there? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. What's that khalifa? He is the one. And he said, what I know you don't know. You see, when I create them, they were saying they will sacrifice, they will kill the people, they will murder and bloodsheds and everything. He said, I know what they are. Who are they? Like Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ismail alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He wanted to create and show the world, my creation. This is my creation. They are the Khalifas. They are the people. They are taking the flag of Islam and going ahead. That's all. Because they are leading to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what's that your duty? Submit yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have a nice day and celebrate it. Thank you very much. And please remember that Allah loves the people who loves Him. Who loves Him. And He loves the people who submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely. No more thinking, no more arguments, nothing. Any more questions or comments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wassalamu rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Eid Mubarak. Jazakallah khair. This is Dr. Taj Firdousi.